this is lesson 89. So go on and write in the top right corner, 89. And this is on estimating square roots. Does anybody know what a square root is? Yes?
It's like whenever a square root, like you'll have a little thingy and then it'll say like 100 and then you'll put 10 because 10 times 10 is 100.
Yes.
So like
Okay.
a number times and then the base of the square.
Okay, the reason why it's called a square root is because it makes a perfect square. So for example, let me see, I'll think of an easy one. Okay, okay, let's just do this. If this is the square root sign, okay, so this is not divide, okay, some people may think it looks like it, but it has this little curly thing. In the book, it looks like this. Something like that.
That's how I do mine.
Okay? Either way, it's fine. I learned it like this when I was in school, whatever. It doesn't matter. Okay? They're both the same sign. Okay? And what it's going to have is a number inside of it. For example, 4. I'm going to put a 4 in both of them, whichever one you choose to do. Okay? And what it is saying is, when you're looking at this, what you're asking is, what times what equals the number inside of that, but it has to be the same number multiplied twice. So what would it be?
2.
2. Very good. So the answer to this one is 2. So watch what happens. If I were to draw 1, 2 lines, and then I were to have a bar, one like this, 1, 2, how much does it make total? 4. Okay, so it makes a perfect square. So that's why it's called a square root. All right, so the answer to this problem is 2, but you would not write it like this. What you would write is that, and then you would say equals 2. That's how you would answer that problem, okay? So you're not going to write out 2 times 2. You're just going to put a 2, okay? That's the way you would do things. All right, but they're not going to be that simple, but let's do a few more simple ones just to kind of get y'all's mind going, okay? So, for example, what's the answer?
8.
8. Very good. Who screamed that out for me?
Me.
Thank you. Who's me?
Claire.
Claire. Thank you, Claire. So this answer would be 8. Okay, here's another one. A little bit harder.
12.
Yes, very good. So you're asking yourself what number, the same number, twice equals that. Everybody gets that. That's what you're doing. Okay, so the answer to this one would be 12. All right, now, let's do a little bit harder. Yes, Isaac?
No.
Yes.
20.
20. Okay. So does 20 times 20 equal 400? Yes, it does. Okay. If I worked that, it would equal 400. Does everybody see that? Okay. And honestly, what I do is go 5 times 5, 25. Whoa, I'm way off. Okay. So let's try 10 times 10. 10 times 10 is 100. Okay, I'm still way off. And then I'd go to 15, and then I'd go to 20. Okay, so I would just do by 5s at first, and then eventually you'll go, okay, I can go a little bit lower, I can go a little bit higher. Does everybody understand what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Okay, so that one was not very hard. Math is not funny. I can tell you that right now. But you can save it till the end. I don't mind you doing that. All right, what about this one? A little bit harder. Okay, we know it's greater than 20 because 20 times 20 was 400, right?
Would it be like close to 33?
30, let's try 30 times 30. 3 times 3 is 9, and then you add 2 zeros, that's 900. So we know it's not 30s, okay? So it's not 20s and it's not 30s, it's somewhere in the middle.
25.
25, let's try it. 625, we are right. Okay? So the answer to this problem you would put is 25. Everybody understanding?
Yes.
Okay, now they're going to make it a little bit harder. Did you get it?
Yeah.
Okay. I thought you said I didn't get it.
Decimals?
What?
Are we going to have to do decimals?
No, yes. I'm going to explain. Okay? So, who knows what a consecutive number is? What is that? Every time you age, you go up consecutively. So a consecutive number is this. A number next to each other 3, 4, 8, 9, 14, 15. You see what I'm saying? They're consecutive. They come right after the other. Okay? So consecutive numbers are two numbers in the same line, kind of speak, as you keep going. Okay? So it asks me this question. Between which two consecutive whole numbers is square root of 20? Now, here's the problem. There is not an even number. So it's not a whole number that makes sense. So let's try to figure this out. 2 times 2 equals 4. Not close. 3 times 3? 9. Still not close. Wait just a minute. 4 times 4? 16. Getting closer. Getting closer. 5 times 5? Went over. Right row. Okay, so check this out. Between which two numbers is this? Between which two whole numbers?
10 and 30.
Okay. Not square root, the answer. 4 and 5. Okay, so here's what I want you to see. Okay, what is 4 times 4? The square root of 16, right? Does everybody see what I've done? That's the same thing. What is 5 times 5? 25. So is the square root of 25 5? Okay, so basically I'm saying these are the same thing, right? They're just written differently. They both mean the same thing. This means 4 because what times what equals 16? 4. And that means 4. Everybody get what I'm saying? Where would this go? Somewhere in the middle, right? Okay, so when they ask you between which two consecutive whole numbers, which two? 4 and 5. Very good. Does everybody see what we did? Okay, good stuff. Now, if we were trying to get a more definite answer, this is where decimals come in, and they may ask you to do that. Okay, so let's try 4.5, just because it's in the middle of 4 and 5. Okay, what would I get? 4.5 times 4.5. Somebody already know?
I know. Is it 18.25?
Almost. 20.25. 1, 2, 1, 2. 20.25. Okay? Did I go over? Yes, I did. So now we try 4.4 times, 4.4. Whoa. Oh, yeah, sorry. I went blank for a second. It's okay, no worries. Your teacher's back. Did I get it right? Yes, okay. So 1, 2, 1936. Under. Okay, so basically what this is, okay, that which I guess I should go in and teach you right now. This is called an irrational. Did I put 2 R's?
Yes.
Thank you. Well, there you go. I'm not a spelling teacher. Irrational number. Okay, it's an irrational number. Guess what other number is an irrational number? Pi. You never can figure out what the exact thing is basically what they're saying, okay? So when they come to a problem like this, they're probably going to say use a calculator, okay? Don't use a calculator. Just don't do it. It's no big deal, okay? So what's up is try to get to the best number that you can, okay? And just tell me that it's in between 4 and 5. All right? Has everybody got it? Let me see. I think that's it. Let's try this real quick. I'm just going to pick a random one. And here's what it says. Each of these square roots is between which two consecutive whole numbers? Find the answer without using a calculator, which is what I want you to do. So this time I'm going to do square root of 70. Help me out. What two numbers is that going to be in between?
8 times 8 and 9 times 9.
8 times 8. We know that that's 64. So square root of 64 is 8. And 9 times 9 is 81. Square root of 81 is 9. Is she right? Yes, she is. Way to go. Okay? So all you would tell me, the answer would be 8 and 9. Okay? If you want to put 8-9 because you're showing me that it's in between, that's fine too. Okay? Everybody got what you're supposed to do? So you're not going to tell me 64 and 81. I'm not asking you what the square root is.
So you would so you would know it's an irrational number because two numbers that are the same.
Because it didn't equal evenly.
So 8 and 9. So you just circle.
Well, it just asked me between which two consecutive whole numbers
Oh, okay.
is this. And it's in between 8 and 9 because they come consecutively. Does everybody understand what that means? Okay, that's lesson 89.